Hi guys, welcome back to today's stock deep dive. And today's stock we are talking about CTSH. That's the stock symbol, right? Okay. So without further ado, let's dive right into it. But first, disclaimer, right? This content is for educational purposes only. This content is created for informational and educational purposes only, and it does not constitute financial, investment, legal, or tax advice. Not a recommendation. Any analysis, charts, or company mentions are for learning and discussion purposes and do not represent a buy, sell, or hold recommendation or any specific trading or investing instructions. No license. I am not a MAS licensed financial advisor. You should conduct your own research and consult a licensed financial licensed professional before making any investment or trading decisions. Market risk. Investing and trading involve risk. Market can be volatile, especially in sectors affected by news, earnings, regulations, or clinical developments. Losses can occur, right? No guarantee. Past performance, historical data, technical patterns, or dividend history do not guarantee future results. Data accuracy. Information is based on publicly available sources as of 6th of March 2026. Accuracy and completeness cannot be guaranteed. Right, without further ado, let's jump into CTSH, right? A leader in digital transformation. What are the key business areas that it is involved in, right? Okay, financial services, helping banks and insurance companies update their computer systems and improve customer apps. Also, they are into health science, right? Working with hospitals, drug companies to manage patient data and clinical trials. Products and resources, existing retail, manufacturing, and energy companies in making their factories and stores smarter using technology. And they are also into communication, media, and technology, supporting tech giants and media firms with their digital infrastructure. So basically, their footprint is they are a global information technology giant, right? With over 350,000 employees worldwide, focusing on helping big companies use AI to work faster and cheaper, right? So roughly these are the areas their business is in, right? Let's take a look a bit about their financial performance, right? The numbers, right? 2025 revenue was approximately $21.1 billion, right? Okay, their 2026 guidance this year range between $22.14 billion to $22.66 billion, which is a jump from last year 2025, right? Okay, so their revenue should, based on the guidance, right, remains to be seen. By the end of the year, it may be higher, it may be lower, it may be within that range. But my point here is, with that guidance, it means that the company itself is expecting higher revenue, right? Okay, and where are the growth from, right? Okay, the positive side is that there's strong growth in financial service sector, right? And high demand for AI-driven projects, right? Okay, this could be the growth that is driving their revenue higher, right? We will take a look a little bit ahead, right? Later on. But what are the risks involved in this company, right? General economic uncertainty may make some clients cautious about spending big on new technology, right? Okay, now moving ahead, right? The company is investing heavily to help clients move from testing AI to actually using it in their daily business, right? Okay, and there are some of the key future growth areas is agentic AI, right? AI programs that perform tasks independently, developing agents, right? Okay, so now AI is coming into the agents part, right? Okay, they can write code and handle customer service with very, very little human help, right? Okay, and they are very intuitive, right? Okay, and large deals, right? Okay, they are also focusing on large deals, successfully winning mega deals, contracts worth hundreds of billions of dollars as company combine their tech needs under one provider, right? And how are they using their capital? They plan to return $1.6 billion to shareholders in 2026 through dividends and shares buyback, right? Okay, which will increase the value, stock value, right, for investors, existing investors, in fact, right? Okay. Now, even though going forward these are positive news, right? There are key risks to consider as well, right? Okay, AI disruption, right? While AI is a growth driver, it could make some of CTSH older manual services obsolete, right? Okay, which will kill off their older services and revenue as well, right? Okay, that comes with it. Pricing competition, right? Okay, other big IT companies may lower their price to win clients, right? And this could be competition for revenue against CTSH. Talent costs, right? Okay, the need for specialized AI workers could lead to higher salaries, increasing the company expenses and reducing their profit margin also, right? Okay, so final thoughts is that CTSH is a mature tech player, shifting its focus towards the AI era. It currently offers a mix of steady dividend income and growth potential from new AI contracts. So what is the kind of dividend we are talking about, right? Okay, so basically the stock recently increased its dividend to 0.33 per quarter. This makes the current yield to be around 2.1%, right? Okay, which is not a high one, right? We have seen much higher through my other stock deep dive, right? And 2.1%, I wouldn't say it's a high one. Maybe slightly below average. We could easily dividends. We are normal average dividends should be around 3%, right? Okay, so this is like 2.1%. But earnings outlook, right? Okay, earnings per share expected ones for 2026 is $5.56 to $5.70. This is much higher than 2025 of $5.28 and also 2024 of $4.52. So there is a gradual increase in their earnings per share, which is a good thing, right? And mainly also because we just covered that they are expecting their revenue to go up much more in this year in 2026, right? Okay, and they are focused on investors are actually watching how much organic growth, right? Growth from existing business operations, right? Whether CTSH can achieve through its new AI platforms. And in terms of valuation, the stock trades at a forward PE ratio, right? Price to earnings ratio of 14 to 16 times, which is often lower than its main competitors, right? Okay, which is a good thing, right? Okay, so valuations much lower than its competitors make it more valuable, right? Okay, just based on PE ratio makes it more valuable for investors to get in, right? Okay, let's talk about the technical levels, right? Okay, basically CTSH has faced some pressure, selling pressure, in fact, pulling back from highs seen earlier this year, right? Okay, it's currently looking for a floor to stop the decline. Major support will be established in 2022, right, at 51.33. Secondary support is a recent low that established in February, right? Okay, which I will show you these support levels, price levels as well, right? Okay, and also resistance level is 87.03 established earlier this year, right? Okay, so this stock actually can move quite a bit in a very short span of time. And let's take a look at what are the optimistics and bearish case that can happen. Right, bull case is that if it stays above the recent support of 60.04, right, it means that it may continue to go much higher to the next resistance level, which is that $80+. And the bear case is that it breaks, the short term wise, it breaks below 60.04, right, which could signal more weakness to go much lower to go for another support level, right, which is the all-time support level. Which I will show you later also. And it's mentioned in my previous slide. Basically, risk management, we always use 1%, maybe even 2% maximum, right? For risk based on capital per trade, right? Okay, so every time we put in a trade, we'll use 1% of our capital as a risk from our entry price to our stop loss price, right? Okay, and correlations, right? It often move with others, so we do want to watch for the technology ETF XLK, right? A lot of times when XLK move, CTSH does move in tandem with these exchange traded funds, right? XLK. Without further ado, let's just jump right into the chart, right? This is a chart of CTSH on the daily time frame. We can see that in the short term, there's slightly for the past 1 week or so, it's starting to find some buying support, right? Buyers are actually coming in. This is the reason why you can close almost every day in the green, right? Okay, so a green candle actually shows a bullish candle, right? And you can see a very short span of time in just a couple of months, right? It can drop drastically from $80 over all the way to around $60, right? Okay, so the price point over here is that this is the recent low, right? Recent low established 25th of February, right? At 60.04, which I mentioned in my slides. This is a temporary short-term support, right? If this support is not broken, right? Okay, which is not broken lower, the price should stay supported, meaning like buyers should be supporting this price to go much higher, right? Okay, and a very recent resistance is actually over here at 87.03, right? Established in January, 14th of January this year, right? Okay, and there might be a chance that if buyers do come in, buying momentum comes in, technically it might go much higher and try its best to test 87.03, right? Okay, so in terms of risk to reward, short term wise, it is still worth it to use the support at a stop loss level, right? Okay, and aim for a much higher price, right? Okay, this is more like formulating a sound trading plan. Doesn't mean that it will just go up, right? Okay, but even if we are wrong, this is a very limited risk, right? Okay, this is what we do as technical traders, right? We always formulate sound and safe trading plan and see how it works, right? Okay, now over here on the weekly time frame, we can also see the short-term resistance at 87.03 and also this short-term support level at 60.04, right? Okay, now having said that, right, if we were to look at the time frame on the monthly or even the 4-monthly time frame, we can see a major support at 51.33, right? Okay, over here 51.33. so this level, right, is we can say is a long-term major support, right? Okay, so if 60.03, which I mentioned just now over here, 60.04, which I mentioned over here, is broken, there might still be a possibility that it might move much lower to go towards 51.33, right? Okay, but having said that, but along the way, it could also signal buying interest to start going much higher. Typically, if we look at the monthly time frame, it is really set up in terms of MACD. It is a bullish setup that is already ready for it to move much higher, even though it's not done so yet, right? Okay, but having said that, a bullish setup shows a higher probability of it going higher, doesn't mean that it does goes higher also, right? So everyone need to do their own due diligence and don't go in blindly. And you want to like make sure like you manage your risk, have a sound trading plan, identify your stop loss, and also make sure like if it move based on your trading plan, what are the scenarios that you can actually make a big profit compared with the risk that you are taking, right? Okay, so if all these you're not familiar, I actually give free trading to those that wants to find out more about how to formulate a safe trading plan and actually have a limited risk when you get into the trade, and also ensuring that making sure like you take a small loss if you are wrong and still make a bigger profit when you're right, okay, regardless of how the market moves, right, okay, because either it hit a stop loss or it goes to a profit, right, okay. So that's my take, right? Like I say again, it seems more bullish on the technical charts long-term wise, right? Especially on the 4-hour time frame. And since this year high of recent high of 87.03, it has dropped drastically, and because of the short-term buying momentum happening, that's why I'm covering this stock to let you have take a look at this stock, right? Okay, put in your monitor list, or even put in your stocks watch list and monitor, right? See where is the best price points to get in, right, okay. And like I said again, if you do not know how to formulate a plan and know what are the price points that you should actually look at, right, okay, even though I mentioned a few just now, right, you may want to learn it yourself through my free training, right, okay. The link is somewhere around here. But having said that, let's come back to some pre-trade consideration. Always watch for earnings, right, okay. On earnings normally do move the stock significantly, right, okay. So watch that, right, okay. It may affect the stocks to move significantly up or down, depending on how the earnings report is, right, okay. So and because of that, always manage your position size, right. Don't over trade, don't put all your eggs in one basket, right, okay. Make sure like even if you're wrong, right, you're only losing that 1 or 2%, right, okay, of your capital, right. And if you're right, you make so much more, maybe 3 or 4%, right, okay. And this can be done through a very sound, safe trading plan, right, okay. And over here, watch for interest rates, right, okay. High rates can affect how much big companies spend on IT, so keep an eye on US Federal Reserve decisions as well, right, okay. And also global news, geopolitical news do affect them as well, right, okay. Now that's all from me. Hope this short video let you have a take look at this stock, right, okay. Give you a very good idea how I see this stock, and you can do your own due diligence and find out more to see whether this stock actually fits into your portfolio, right, okay. Because I don't know your financial background and I don't know your portfolio. I basically don't know you, right, okay. So do your due diligence, and hopefully I can see you soon for another update, right, and may the profits be with you. I will see you real soon in my next update. See you soon.
I hope you loved the video and learned something new from it. If you want to receive more videos like this, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell for notification. And if you want to learn more about the trade to win formula that I use in my trades, click on the link or button around this video to join my next free online workshop. In the workshop, you'll learn everything from finding the best opportunities to making consistent winning trades in the markets. I'll see you on the inside.